This section is on the Borda Count method. With Borda Count method, basically every place on the ballot is assigned a point value. Okay, so the last place vote will get 1 point, the next to last will get 2 points, and so on and so forth, up to the amount of spots that you actually have on the ballot. So say there's four spots on a ballot, the person in first place should receive 4 points. Okay, and at the end, you'll just take the number of people who voted the same way, multiply that by those points, and then add everything up for each candidate. And the person with the highest number of points is the Borda winner. Overall, this is a pretty good method because it kind of shows overall, on average, who people tended to sort of like the most. Okay, so we may have someone who gets a lot of first place votes, but at the same time receives a lot of last place votes. Whereas maybe another candidate receives a couple first place votes, but a lot of second place votes, maybe a couple third place votes, but overall seem to be most liked or most tolerated by everyone. Okay, first example, consider the election for the new principal at Washington Elementary School. The school board is going to hire one of the 4 finalists, Ms. Amaro, Mr. Burr, Mr. Castro, and Mrs. Dunbar. The winner will be determined using the Borda Count method. Okay, so we got a preference schedule here. 6 people voted A, B, C, D, and of course A representing Amaro, B representing Burr, and so on. 2 people voted in the order B, C, D, A. 3 people preferred Castro first and Amaro last in 4th place. Alright, so we have 2 questions to answer for this one. Who is the winner, and how do you think Mrs. Amaro feels about the outcome? Well, let's find the outcome first. So let's go ahead and assign point values before we start anything. So there are 4 spots in this, so the last place person gets 1 point, 2, 3 points for second place, and 4 points for first place. Okay, so again, it's kind of like a reverse. And then I'll do that in each column. So 4, 3, 2, 1. This is just going to be easier later when we're doing some computation. Alright. We're going to calculate the total for all 4 candidates. So A will get, we have 6 people that thought A should be in first place. So we're going to do 6 and we're going to multiply that by the 4 points it gets for being in that first place spot. Okay. There are 2 people who thought that A should be in last place with 1 point. So we're going to add that. 2 times 1. These are just parentheses and putting the numbers in here. And then 3 people who also thought that A should be in last place times the 1. Okay. And that comes out to be, I think, 29. Yes, 29. And alright. B. There were 6 people who thought B should be in second place. There were 2 people who thought it should be in first place, so 4 points. And then 3 people who thought should be in third place, so 2. So 3 times 2. And that's going to come out to be 32. Okay, so even though A had a lot of first place votes, B had a lot of second place and then some first place votes to go with it. So overall, a little bit better than A. Okay, candidate C, so 6 times third place, so 2 points for that. 2 times C's, so that's going to be 3 points for second place, and then 3 times 4 points, and it's going to be a little closer. That's actually going to be 30. Okay, so B's still on top. C came pretty close though. And then lastly, there were 6 people who thought D should be in last place. 2 people who put D in third place, so 2 points. And then 3 people who put D in second place with 3 points. And that only comes out to be 19. So we have a clear winner, and that is candidate B, so Mr. Burr. How do you think Ms. Amaro feels about the outcome? Well, if we were using the method used in the previous section, the plurality method, she would have actually won. So we have 6 people who put her in first place, and with plurality it's the most first place votes, so that would have been a very easy win for her. But as you can see from what just happened, she got a lot of last place votes here, and she's actually a majority candidate too, so yeah, you would really think she would win. But after using this method, if you look at B's got a pretty good standing across the board, okay, and especially since this column is weighted so heavily with the 6 voters and being in second place, that really helps B out a lot, and then having these couple first place votes as well. Okay, so as we see, this can violate some fairness criterions. Borda count is great, but if someone is a majority candidate holding the majority of first place votes, they can still lose when we're using the Borda count method. So if someone gets a lot of first place votes but also a lot of last place votes, that's what can happen. And you can also, if you wanted to, you could match up everybody and do a Condorcet count and try to find a Condorcet criterion. You can still lose as well, being the Condorcet candidate, and there could be another Borda count winner instead. But despite these flaws, this is generally one of the better methods, because with the point value system and the weight system, it really does show overall who's generally liked the most, or at least tolerated the most. Okay, just a couple real world examples where this is used. So for the Heisman Trophy winner, the NBA Rookie of the Year, the MVP for the NFL, and certain college football polls. Okay, let's do another basic example. So who won this one? We don't really have a word problem to go along with it, but anyway, so we have candidates A, B, C, and D again. And let's just start tallying up for everybody. So candidate A, and actually why don't we, to make it easier when we're referencing the chart, I'm going to go ahead and add in the point values to every column. Okay. So there were 6 people who thought A should be in third place, sorry, so 2 points. 3 people who thought A should be in second place, so 3 points. There are 5 people who thought A should have been in first place, so 4 points for that. And then 8 people who put A in second place, so 3 for that. Okay, and that's going to total to 65. Now moving on to B, there were 6 people who thought that B should have 3 points, so put them in second place. There were 3 people who thought B should be in third place, so 2 points. Okay, and we'll finish it out here. So 5 times 2 plus 8, B's in last place there, so 1 point. And that comes out 42. Candidate C, there were 6 people who thought put candidate C in last, and that's a larger weight column right there, so that's going to hurt C. But let's see what it comes out to be. Once again, C's in last for these folks, so starting off pretty low here. 5 times the 3 points for C, so for being in second place, and then in that last column we have 8 times 4. So C got some first place votes there. Okay, 56. Okay, so surpassing candidate B, but not quite getting there up to candidate A's tally. And last, candidate D. 6 people put it in first. 3 people put it in first as well. Okay, looking good. But then we got some last place votes here. And 8. times third place with 2 points. That comes out to be actually just 57. So our winner is candidate A. Oops. Okay, last example. An election is held among three candidates, A, B, and C, using the Borda Count method. There are 20 voters. If candidate A received 37 points and candidate B received 39 points, how many points did candidate C receive? Okay, so this one isn't as straightforward. I have to do a little bit of backwards thinking. First of all, we know there's 20 voters. Okay, so, and if there are 3 candidates, there are 3 spots on a ballot. So we have 20 voters, and each ballot is going to have 6 points. Okay, so that's 3 points for first place, 2 points for second place, and then 1 point for third place. So that's that adds up to 6 times 20. So in the entire election, there are 120 points that come from the ballots. Okay. Now we have a total points for A and a total points for B. So to find out the total points for C, all we really need to do is subtract those from the total. So we'll take 120 and subtract the 37 from A and the 39 from candidate B, and that should come out to be 44 points for candidate B, or for candidate C.